I think I'm just done with the whole Ripley thing. Just completely done. Because what the fuck was that outcome? This isn't even just about Liv losing. This is about Liv losing, Nia losing, Tiffany losing, and Tiffany and Raquel. All of them losing. You have two champions, your Money in the Bank and the Speed champion, all losing because you want to get Rhea over. And if Liv had to lose, and I can understand if they wanted to do this, if Liv had to lose, why is Rhea doing the pin when your number one contender and Iyo Sky could make the pin? This Iyo Sky is the number one contender, but Rhea is the one that makes the pin. You know how fucked up that is? You might as well just give Rhea the belt. At this point, I'm done. I don't care. Triple H is obviously just booking for Rhea. And I'm not even getting into what she said at the press conference yet. I'll get to that in a minute. But it is just completely unfair and fucked up. And why I keep telling people you cannot trust the fucking process. Because the process is fucked and the process can get fucked. I'm so tired. I felt so bad for Liv. Her title reign is being chained to Rhea all because they can't figure out what they want to do with Rhea. And notice how all this tension and all this tension that the faces had, all just miraculously. And then all of a sudden it flips to the heel side when Tiffany tried to cash in. But then we see the male War Games match where Roman had to earn his victory. We saw his growth. We saw him accept the help of CM Punk, even though they were being bitter exes right there. He accepted CM Punk's help. He accepted his and Sammy Uso. You see how much growth Roman had in one fucking match? Roman, the dude who went through hell. He went through hell with his family and CM Punk, but he earned respect back. It's still going to be Rockley, but he went to war with. Meanwhile, Rhea, with her no-selling ass, starts with the match, and you want to say that she was injured with a baseball bat and fractured her face? How in the world does that make sense? Hogan, she's even worse than Undertaker before hulking up and winning, but he at least would sell shit. No, she's just headbutting people. I knew it. This is why I said I had to allow for 20% of Triple H's bullshit booking, because that was bullshit. It was. I don't even know what to say. I really don't. All I can say is that the heels came in cute, the presents, and then the face team just looking like a whole mismatch full of stuff. But then nothing got advanced with the women's War Game match. You see that? Nothing. We never got anything about Jade's attacker. We never got any kind of tension between better than that. So something was off. It seems like something changed. I'm not going to even really blame Nia for that because it feels like to me, now that I think about it, something changed. But nothing advanced for the women. So what is, okay, so now commentators are like, well, Rhea is now earned her title shot. But are y'all fucking forgetting about Iyo? What's the point of Iyo being the number one contender if she couldn't even make the pin? And what's the meaning of her being the number one contender if you're just going to hot shot Rhea back up into the front of the line? If Rhea pinning Liv earns her a title shot, that means that Bianca and them can be getting a title shot. You can't be selective. Nothing sticks with Rhea. She can't even talk about her history. See, this is what I was talking about in my earlier video. Liv and Raquel could not talk about their shared history with Rhea. But during SmackDown, Bianca, Bayley, and Iyo could reference it. And same thing with Nia, Tiffany, and Candice. But as soon as it reaches back to Rhea, it went to a complete and dead halt. What's the point? You're bending over backwards, breaking your own legs and back just so Rhea can't, just so nobody can reference anything negative about her past. And that's being unfair to Liv. That's being unfair to Raquel. That's being unfair to Rhea herself. And this is going to be unfair to Dom Because guess what Rhea is saying during the press conference? That she'll still go after him. Dom was not even there. See, this is the point. Dom isn't even talking about Rhea. Dom isn't mentioning Rhea. He's not even doing any kind of thing towards Rhea. But Rhea's the one that's bringing up Dom on SmackDown. Rhea's the one, even though she got asked by the reporter at the press conference, she's still talking about Dom and going after him. Leave the man alone. He's not fucking with you anymore. Can't you go jump on Jay, go jump on Naomi, go do something? Why are you pulling Dom into this? Dom was not there. Dom was not even there to initiate this kind of question for. That reporter is something else. But you couldn't just keep it focused on the women. See, y'all keep pulling Dom into it. This is a Dom overshadowing the women's division. They're making Dom the focal point, and now Rhea just looks like an idiot. I just have to say it. Because you're still going after Dom when Dom is paying you no kind of mind. All Dom did tonight was post something in support of Liv after she lost. That's it, on the X. And it says something that they flew that man all the way up to Canada just to do one meet and greet and then have him do zilch on the actual show. This could have been an email. They did the same thing for Money in the Bank too. Like, hey, they flew up all of Judgment Day only for Dom and Judgment Day to not get involved. Y'all could just left Dom at home. Let the man rest. He's been carrying stuff on his back all this time. Let the man rest. He didn't have to do that meet and greet. Like, y'all did all that. Dom had to fly up there just to do absolutely jack shit. And the only thing exciting during the Women's War Games match was Tiffany teasing the cash in. And it was kind of interesting how she hid her Money in the Bank in the trash can there. Like, but Rhea could not even be, like, if you're going to have this injury and she's going to be doing all this stuff, Rhea could even let sell injuries and show she was in extreme pain and being ganged up on. You see what they were doing in Men's War Games match? Everybody was selling for all their shit. Jacob was selling shit. Tama Tonga was crowd calling all over the cage. What the hell, dude? They were all selling all kinds of their injuries. But Rhea, she does this. Raquel gets a little bit of offense, and then she gets handcuffs. I know Liv introduced the handcuffs, and then I made the joke that did Dom give her those handcuffs. But then you get Raquel handcuffed, and then she's just pretty much taken out of the match. Like, you couldn't even structure that in a way where Raquel could get some good licks in on Rhea. The only good thing was that Liv was semi-protective, is just taking that rip tie through a table from off the turnbuckle. But still, now you got commentators saying it's Rhea's women's championship. Rhea getting that damn championship just sets the whole division back. So now what? They're gonna dump everybody in the Intercontinental brand and then just have Rhea be a placeholder for the women's title? At this point, I'm almost like to the point where just give Rhea the title. Let Liv and Dom be free and go do some. I'm just done. I'm done. Dom doesn't deserve to be in Rhea's vortex of stuff, and Liv doesn't deserve to be in Rhea's vortex of suck. Because that's all she is. She's just a black hole. They don't allow. I mean, you're not letting people address their past. She's not growing in the sense where she's acknowledging what she did. Roman's at least being warming up to CM Punk say Roman, and you see Roman reciprocate that. He was the more CM Punk's hand. Will we get anything with Rhea? No. It's like everybody but Rhea is like bygones be bygones when she shouldn't have any friends, she shouldn't have any allies, and she should be working through what she did when she terrorized the women's division for so long. But no, everything is rainbows and candy, and it's not fun anymore. You're pulling down you're pulling down women, you're pulling down Dom, you're not allowing Liv, Raquel, and Dom to evolve and go through other things. And that's unfair to them. It's not even about Rhea anymore. Give her the title, but you're ruining other people for Rhea. China, she is not. Stone Cold, she is not. And if I see somebody say that I wouldn't like Rhea because y'all wouldn't like Rhea because they didn't go through the Stone Cold era, let me tell you this. I've been a fan for over 30 years. I went through the New Generation era. I went through the Attitude Era. I went through Ruthless Aggression. I went through the PG era. I've been through all these eras. Stone Cold, even though he rose hell and left, there were other people. The Rock could kick his ass. Shawn Michaels could kick his ass. Triple H could kick his ass. Kane could kick his ass. Bret Hart could kick his ass. There were a lot of people that could kick his ass. And when the Stone Cold focused on the McMahon, the Authority, and whatever minions the McMahons had. And when Stone Cold was coming out to raise hell, drink beer, and leave, he was attacking those people. It wasn't like he was affecting the booking. If The Rock needed to fight Stone Cold, The Rock would fight Stone Cold. And yeah, Rock could probably get a stunner. Once Rock got that stunner, he was coming back usually the next week to kick Stone Cold's ass. It wasn't like an overwhelming force where Stone Cold was just running over. But you see what we have to deal with. And like I said, Liv had to get pinned, but regardless of that, they just made all of their champions plus the Money in the Bank winner look like complete another. And then the heels never did get an advantage back. It was just the faces completely running through them for what? Right after Crown Jewel. So that's about 3 or 4 weeks where the faces just ran through them and then they won. And like I said, when I keep comparing to the men, Roman Reigns kept getting his ass kicked up until CM Punk returned. So while it was more back and forth with the men, women, the faces just ran through the heels. What's the point? What's the point of being a heel? And now watch, come this Monday, we're going to get that same old raggedy ass promo of I'm the best, I never lost my title, I'm coming back. Now this is the point where Rhea needs to come out and check Rhea's ass, and that really needs to happen on Raw. I better not see Rhea talking about she's the winner and deserves the title and check her. I don't care if they were on the same team. Iyo needs to check her. She's the number one contender. She earned that. Rhea has not. She just pinned Liv. They're probably going to end up making this a triple threat on it. Whatever. I'm just tired. So I'll go over to Damian and Gunther. Here, the lack of pop for Damian. I told people they couldn't keep using Dom to make Damian face again. The crowd got rise to how they were using Dom. They went quiet when Damian went on that prolonged beat down of Dom, and now not Dom. Now Damian doesn't even have a face pop anymore. It was so quiet. Gunther got more cheers, and I was like, I love you, Canada, because Gunther, even though I don't like him, I still don't like him. But Gunther was getting cheers. This is Canada. They're gonna cheer who they want to cheer. Damian was embarrassing. And still they have to cover for Damian by giving him an arm injury. Why is he what? Now we have to denerve him? Y'all made him nigh high invincible as a Superman. You have to depower him? What kind of backward stuff is that? Damian was coming arm injury, which nerfs him. And then Finn Balor comes out and costs Damian the match. What's the point of Finn coming out now? It's been months. He's been talking about Damian, but he hasn't really done anything except getting out to Damian, so I'm giving Damian the number one contendership, interjecting now. And now commentator, oh, Finn did it by himself. Well, Dom was doing some stuff on his own, too. Now I'm probably going to hear him gloat about it, how he took care of Damian while Liv and lost. And this is the point where I hope if Finn pulls that shit where he's gloating about what he did and he talks about Liv, I hope Dom checks him. That needs to happen. Dom needs to stop with the daggers, go up on Finn for getting after Liv. I need that to happen. That will make me feel a lot better about what's going on. I don't want to just hear Finn gloating about it and then that's all we hear for about another week. Here's Gunther. He won. Damien goes, I guess, to the back of the line, which is good. And then I guess we're going to have this now Damian versus Finn thing. And I'm really not interested in that. The only thing I would be interested in is probably maybe Dom costing Finn the chance or something like that intentionally, not accidentally on purpose, but intentionally. So they can kind of go on and get that split done. I'm just done with the whole thing now. I'm just done with Judgment Day now. I love Judgment Day, but now it's getting to the point where everybody just needs to split. Where Dom, Liv, Raquel can go one way, JD and Carlito, they could maybe be allies for Dom at some point. So that was another prediction. I predicted Gunther would win. I knew there was going to be a 50% chance of Finn showing up, and Finn did, but no. And then Damian got no pop plays when they come back to the States on Monday. I knew it. I made sure to turn up my volume on Damian because I was like, maybe the pop. I was like, I told y'all. And then Shinsuke won against LA Knight, and I'm so happy about that. I love Shinsuke. I love him to death. I love if Dom is daddy, Shinsuke is daddy. I love Shinsuke. And I like his presentation. And I think I knew they were going to pull that belt off of LA Knight because they probably want to transition to another face. And you can't really do that with LA Knight. So just them taking this off of LA Knight to go to Shinsuke lets the WWE transition to another face. And it might even be Andrade in the future because Charlotte's coming back and that's her man. But they probably want to switch to a face, and if they have a face there, and that just makes it easier for them. Got nothing to say. I don't really care for LA Knight. I'm not down for LA Knight. He's like Gunther for me. I really don't, but I don't care. But I love Shinsuke, and I'm glad he won the title. And then Braun Breaker won, and I knew that was going to happen too. Now they're probably going to split off and Ludwig fight some more. It looks like that's kind of going to continue. But Braun won, and I'm happy he won because that means that Dom can shift in there now, especially since they're going to be doing dark matches between Braun Breaker and Dom on SmackDown next week, or this coming up week now. So hopefully the Continental title winner is back on track. I really didn't care for that match. I was kind of in and out, and it was Braun Breaker. He's already getting the cheers. Barking and stuff like that. So it'll be an easy transition. Breaker can go do something with Gunther or something like that. Nothing much to say about Braun there. I'm just happy that he won so it can shift to Dom. I don't think it's going to go back to Jay. Jay's going to be doing a couple of trades or something like that. Bloodline rules, Bloodline match, Bloodline Morgan match. That was good. See, the men did a whole bunch of what I thought the women were going to do. We only had one tease of Tiffany. Tiffany didn't get held back. It was just Candice that went out in front of her. But we had both Solo and Roman preventing CM Punk, and then what was it? Tangaloa from going up there. We had Solo locking the cage where Roman had to climb up and over to the top of the cage, which was insane. Then we had the Uso splash from Jimmy, according to the post conference. And then it was just a really gnarly physical match. CM Punk saved Roman from that tsunami from the top of the cage. We had the Mega Power uniting, if you know, you know. CM Punk saying that he still owed a favor. So we had some really nice stuff. I can't really say much more than the OTC won. I knew they were probably going to win. OTC lost at Crown Jewel, and I know they were probably going to get Roman his win back. But again, with their history, notice how he was hugging Jay, shook hands with CM Punk. He accepted help. He was helping his family. So we saw the growth compared to Rhea. Rhea shows no growth. Roman is showing all the growth. I might post about that tomorrow. Roman is showing all this growth, but Rhea, we're still stuck with her wanting to go after Dom. Too. Roman, can you keep his name out your mouth? You treated that man horribly. I'm saying this as someone that really appreciated him. You treated him horribly after that, but now you can't. You're Bunny Boy obsessed. Stage 5 clinger. For what? I still don't get the point of her presenting as a bitter ex than somebody heartbroken. What's it going to take? Is it going to take Dom just completely shattering her heart when that should have been done after SummerSlam? That's when it needed to happen. If Dom is going to have to shatter her heart just to get her off of this obsession of him, but I don't know. So I can't even be happy that my other ride or die, Naomi, won her first War Games match because I was really hoping she would turn heel. Look, again, nothing happened in the women's War Games match. It was just nothing changed. Rhea can take it for all I care. I'm just kind of done with her. I know it's going to be the same shit on Monday Night Raw, the same boring promo, the same boring fucking things. Same thing with Finn. I'm just done at this point. Thanks for tuning in to the Wrestling Receipts podcast. Remember to follow me on the X at WMaven, WWE, and on TikTok at WriterMaven for more wrestling insights and live reactions every Monday night after Raw. Until next time, I'm just saying.